A shocking video from the national capital has gone viral. It's the video, sadly, of a 5-year-old girl tied and left on her terrace in the scorching heat. The girl tied for not completing her homework. The video from Delhi's Karawal Nagar area, the cops have taken note of this video. The latest that we are getting in is that the NCPCR has also been tipped off. But these visuals here are heartbreaking. What you see is a terrace. It's 43 degrees outside. This child is 5-year-old. And the reason why it is this little child finds herself on the terrace tied in ropes is because she did not complete her homework. This 5-year-old child breathing on a hot terrace where the temperatures in Delhi are anywhere upwards of 42 degrees Celsius. And what you can see on your television screen is bizarre, the brutality of it all. She was tied with her legs tied, her hands tied. She's on a rooftop, and the reason is because this child did not complete her homework. I just want you to listen in to the wails of this young 5-year-old.
भाई ये देखो, ये लड़की इतनी धूप में 2 बजे घर पे छत पे फेंक रखी है बंद को। देखो भाई चिल्ला जा रही है। दोपहरी में गर्मी हो रही है 2 बजे का। छत पे डाल रखी है भी बांध के इसकी माँ ने। भाई ये देखो, ये लड़की इतनी धूप में 2 बजे घर पे छत पे फेंक रखी है बंद को।
You know, I'm going to play this video again for our viewers. It's not about voyeurism or anything else, viewers. This is abject horror, where a 5-year-old child, she's 5-year-old, she's wailing, she's writhing in pain. It's upwards of 42 degrees Celsius. This video has been shot bang in the middle of the afternoon, 2 p.m. Delhi heat, viewers. And the reason which is being given is that she hasn't completed her homework. Irrelevant, whatever the reason be. What could be the reason that a 5-year-old child would be tied and be kept on a rooftop like this with the scorching sun of 43 degrees Celsius? I want to cut across right now to my colleague Amit Bhardwaj, who's joining me with more details on this video. Amit, this video is horrifying. The entire newsroom is just shocked with what we are seeing, what we are witnessing. Have you been able to get in any reactions at all on what exactly happened? Why was this child tied the way she is? How did she find herself on top of a rooftop? And is there any action that has been taken at all on who did this to her?
Well, absolutely. These are shocking visuals which are coming from the national capital. What we have learned about the entire incident is that this particular visual, was shot in Tukmirpur area of the national capital, and it is right in the middle of the afternoon. Now, what we are learning from our sources is that the child was tied and kept in the middle of the noon in the roof because she had not completed her homework. That is the logic being given out by the mother of the child. However, she is claiming that the child was out in the open only for 5 to 7 minutes. But looking at the cry, the shout for help, the visuals are really shocking. And that is probably the reason that even the Delhi Commission for Women has swung into action. Now a notice has been issued by the DCW to the Delhi police, and the DCW has sought details as to where this particular incident happened, what are the actions that has been taken so far by the Delhi police, and DCW has also inquired whether the child was taken to a child protection commission or to the DCW at all. These are very serious offences when, as far as such a small child is concerned, the way she was, left out in the open in the noon to brave the heat, and the way she is crying, it appears that it was completely unbearable for her to be out in the open in that particular manner. And what needs to be done here is that there has to be medical carried out, whether she sustained any kind of, injuries, and along with that, there are chances of childhood trauma, children also sustaining trauma because of such incidents. So clearly the DCW is also into action here, asking the Delhi police to act upon the entire incident, to inquire as to why this incident happened, and along with that, details of the FIR or any action taken in the entire matter has been sought by the Delhi Commission for Women as well.
Amit, I'm going to come right back to you because the brutality is shocking. These are parents who've subjected their 5-year-old child, even if it is 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Who does this, viewers? Is a question that we ask. I want to right now bring in my colleague Milan, has been talking to the Delhi police. The Delhi police has released an official statement. Milan, can you take us through it?
Yes, in fact, the Delhi police at this moment has said that when this video went viral, inquiries were made of where exactly the incident has occurred because it's on atop a roof in the scorching heat. The Delhi police has said that it happens to be the area near police station Karawal Nagar. Inquiries have been made, but no such incident was there. In Khajuri Khas is where they found this incident to have taken place, and then after that the address was being traced by the police, which was found to be incomplete. So all efforts having been made by the Delhi police to trace the parents, the guardians of this particular child were made, Preeti, and after inquiries in this matter, the police is saying still that legal action will be taken on merits, so which means that no legal action has still been taken. The police is still trying to find out details and investigating the case, but they have not taken any legal action on this really extremely brutal video that has gone viral.
You know, Milan, stay on with us. Let's try and get in the local MLA. Let's try and get in everybody into this. Start working on that, because viewers, we are not going to let this story just go, because this is horrific with what has happened. The fact that this child is still with the people, if it is a family or whoever put her through this, is still living in with that family, and no action has been taken, because action, as Milan just told us, will be taken on merit. What does that mean? Because what you see on your television screen, viewers, is horrific. It is horrifying. It's heartbreaking. Once again, and I'm going to do this for nothing else. It's not about titillation, it's not about anything else, but I want you to hear. And I hope the screams of this young child burns into your memory space, because look at it, viewers. 5-year-old subjected to 43 degrees Celsius and upwards. 2 p.m. Delhi heat, tied up. A 5-year-old child, because she did not complete her homework. Forget about what the issue was. Even if it was a huge, big issue. Should this have happened? And if this has happened, should this child still continue to be with the people who put her through it? Do hear in of those who made this video.
भाई ये देखो, ये लड़की इतनी धूप में 2 बजे घर पे छत पे फेंक रखी है बंद को। देखो भाई चिल्ला जा रही है। दोपहरी में गर्मी हो रही है 2 बजे का। छत पे डाल रखी है भी बांध के इसकी माँ ने। भाई ये देखो, ये लड़की इतनी धूप में 2 बजे घर पे छत पे फेंक रखी है बंद को। देखो भाई चिल्ला जा रही है। दोपहरी में गर्मी हो रही है 2 बजे का। छत पे डाल रखी है भी बांध के इसकी माँ ने। भाई ये देखो, ये लड़की इतनी धूप में 2 बजे घर पे छत पे फेंक रखी है बंद को।
Because of what you can now hear in, somebody, possibly a neighbor, has made this video. She's actually, while she's making the video, she's pointing out on how this child has been writhing, in pain, screaming, wailing in the heat, asking for help. She's going on saying it while she's making that video, so clearly she knows what went down. But has this woman been tracked who has made this video? We're going to try and get in both Amit, my colleague, who's getting us the police version. I have Milan with me as well. But I want to also bring in Brinda Adige. She's an activist, a civil rights activist as well. Brinda, as I watch this video, it's, what could be the possible reason that you put a 5-year-old on a rooftop in Delhi heat of 43 to 45 degrees Celsius is beyond me. The fact that this young child could very well still be with the people, living with them, who put her through this horror.
Absolutely right. That is the first and the initial reaction we have. How can a child remain with people who have punished the child so badly for not doing a homework, a 5-year-old child? Now, one thing we need to realize is India does not have the kind of facility to take this child into protective custody and give this child the support and the nurturing that the child actually requires. So punishing the parents is not going to be the answer. Removing the child from the biological home is not the best response. What is important, of course, are two things. One is counseling the family, very, very important.
Brinda, we are having a problem with your audio line. Can we reconnect to you? Because we're getting a lot of disturbance. As we try and reconnect to Brinda, I want to cut across to Swati Maliwal. Swati, I know that you head the Delhi unit, the women unit in Delhi, but are you going to take any action, Swati? Because what we are seeing, and I'm sure these visuals you've seen yourself, are not just shocking, they're astounding. She's 5-year-old, you can hear her wailing, and she could very well still be with the people living with them who put her through this horror.
We've taken suo motu cognizance of the matter. I've already issued a notice to the Delhi police, and the Delhi police has rescued the girl. The girl is presently in the police station with my team as well as the Delhi police. Counselling is going on, and we have issued a notice to police because we want that proper action needs to be taken, investigation needs to happen. This girl needs to be presented in front of the Child Welfare Committee, and also an FIR needs to be registered. What has happened is really shocking and scary actually. That girl is wailing and you can see her desperation. This is completely unacceptable. So the Delhi Commission for Women, within like 10 minutes of seeing this on Twitter, we have acted on it. And the girl presently is safe, and we will ensure her safety in the future.
Swati, I appreciate that you've taken prompt action. It's very heartening, especially for us in the newsroom, to know that this girl is right now taken away from the people who put her through this. But what can we expect? Where does this girl go? Because you say she's at the police station as we speak. What's the course of action? Because she's still with parents who she trusts. How does it work? Especially in a setting like India, does she go to a home? What happens from here on?
So I think immediately the Delhi police, after getting her medical examination done, should present her in front of the Child Welfare Committee. And Child Welfare Committee is the correct authority under the various acts to act in this matter. So our counsellors are also there, and they will also request the Child Welfare Committee to presently, for some time at least, take the child away, put her in a shelter home and counsel the girl. And then let us see what exactly happened, what is the investigation that the Delhi police does in the matter, because we are also requesting an FIR in the matter. And once that happens, then only we can really decide as to what needs to be done. Because what has happened is shocking, it's scary, and I really don't know that for a child to be left alone on the terrace in this scorching heat and tied up in that manner where she is in desperation. Clearly, she is not in safe hands right now. But what needs to be done? Why was this done? Why this happened with the child? I think everything needs to be investigated, and proper counselling has to be done, which we are doing.
Swati, I appreciate you joining us, and thank you. I hope you'd come back, because we're going to talk a little more on what went down and where this child is. And we are glad that DCW has taken this prompt action, that you've at least got the child away from those who put her through this. Do join us again in the next 10-15 minutes, Swati. Thank you there. I want to now once again get our viewers up to speed with what is the latest. We spoke to the DCW chief, Swati Maliwal, and she tells us that an FIR would be lodged, but this young child, as we speak, has been taken away from the parents for now. She's at the police station, where now there will be proper counselling session of this young 5-year-old as well of the parents. I want you to just, you can't unhear what, once we actually amp up the volume of this young child wailing, crying out for help. And it's sad, it's happened in Delhi. Just hear in, and we're going to cut across to our battery of reporters. We're going to try and get in as many reactions that are coming in.
भाई ये देखो, ये लड़की इतनी धूप में 2 बजे घर पे छत पे फेंक रखी है बंद को। देखो भाई चिल्ला जा रही है। दोपहरी में गर्मी हो रही है 2 बजे का। छत पे डाल रखी है, भी बांध के इसकी माँ ने। भाई ये देखो, ये लड़की इतनी धूप में 2 बजे घर पे छत पे फेंक रखी है बंद को। देखो भाई चिल्ला जा रही है। दोपहरी में गर्मी हो रही है 2 बजे का।
cut across to Pooja. I would reckon you don't need to be a mother, Pooja, to actually hear what's going on, and your heart completely, I'm stunned. I am stunned when I hear these wails of this young child. There is action that has taken place. It's sad documentary on our country as such, because this is what we put our children through, that even now that this young kid has been taken away, we don't know where she goes. She's taken into a police station.
Preeti, what I'm picking up from this is about a few days old video that has surfaced only because, of course, the neighbor was recording this video, and we can only imagine if the neighbor had not alerted, what time would she have been picked up. Remember, right now there is a heat wave in the national capital, Delhi. The temperature is any day, at least in the past few days, was definitely hovering around 45 degrees Celsius. A 5-year-old girl, with now the claim coming in that because the mother said she was refusing to do her homework, she was not listening, and that is why she tied her up in ropes and put her on the terrace. 5-year-old. And I can tell you as a mother that the children of this age are prone to similar tantrums. And for me to think that we would put our child in that manner, tie the child so badly, because you can see how the child is trying to come out. So it's not only hot, it's not only that she's tied so badly that she's not able to come out, she's crying, she's wailing. And if the neighbor can hear the cries, what happened? Why did the parents not really let the girl out? Why did they put her there in the first place? We are being told that the mother has been found. She has been traced. This is the Khajuri Khas area in Delhi where this has happened. The mother has been contacted. The whereabouts of the child are not yet clear. But there is a counseling that is also being given, is what I'm being told by the police and, of course, the agencies and the counselors. But this is about counseling. A parent concerned with a child like that can just put this little 5-year-old girl on a terrace. Remember, Preeti, this is about psychological trauma that subconsciously is in the child now. She must have fought, screamed and cried to get out. And I can tell you the video that India Today is showing right now is viral.
That's the sad part.
Today and talking about it.
Pooja, that's the sad part. But can you really counsel someone who actually puts their own flesh and blood, their own little child, through so much agony, through so much pain? What will counseling do, is most of us are thinking right now in the newsroom. But I want to bring in Milan back into this conversation. Milan has been now speaking to NCPCR. We're getting an understanding, Milan, as we speak, that this young child has been taken away from the family. A 5-year-old sitting in a police station, away from the people you trust most, your parents who put you through this hell. They're going to talk a bit deeper about that psychology as well. But what is the NCPCR telling you right now?
No, certainly the NCPCR, in fact, what sources have told us, is now taking cognizance of this matter, because the way this video has just shocking implications both on our society as well as the family that's responsible for not taking care of this child. So the National Commission of Protection for Child Rights has taken cognizance of the matter. What we hear from sources is that, yes, the parents need to be counselled in this matter, and they have also issued notices to the concerned authorities. In this case, I would say the concerned authority would be the police as well, the Delhi police. So therefore, the notice has been issued, the family has been traced, and the child, as Swati Malwani also pointed out to you, has been taken away from there. But the fact remains that what my source in NCPCR has told me, the parents need to be counselled, and that is one issue, because if the NCPCR's notice is taken forward, there's a possibility that this child would be taken into a remand home or the children's home, and then he'll be away, or the child will be away from the family. So that is a big issue for the NCPCR as well, because generally in such cases they don't want the children to be away from the parents. But in this case, if the parents are so so brutal and are not taking care of the child, is also one issue that the NCPCR is right now looking at, Preeti.
Milan, for the benefit of our viewers, just give us an understanding of where this area is in Delhi. We're getting an understanding it's near Karawal Nagar. Just give us an understanding where this area is in Delhi.
So this area is in Khajuri Khas, exactly near, falls under the police station. station of Khajuri Khas, which is the northeast part of the national capital Delhi. And this is where the video of this girl in this particular area of Khajuri Khas has gone viral. Well, it happens to be a very densely populated area, like most areas of east and northeastern Delhi. And this one is on one of the roofs of the houses that are built there brick by brick. You have seen, the constructions there are very mismatched and unorganized constructions, and it's a very densely populated area. And the child there happens to be strung up on the roof of one of the homes. So definitely the police may have taken some time to look into which house it was, which roof it was, but they have done so now. And both the Delhi Commission for Women Chief as well as the NCPC are all looking at this video with shock and certainly taking the right steps and actions at this moment.
Milan, join me in the next 5 minutes because we're dropping everything over the next 20 minutes. We're focusing everything now on this story. Because yes, this child has been taken away. That's the initial reports that are coming in. But what happens now? This child is at a police station away from her parents. But who are her parents? Because you look at the kind of brutality they put this 5-year-old girl through. We're going to end with these visuals. We're going to make you hear it. Because you can't unhear it once you hear it. I'll see you in 5 minutes and we're going to take the story further. Stay with us.
देखो भाई चिल्ला जा रही है, दोपहरी में गर्मी हो रही है 2 बजे का, छत पे डाल रखी है भी बांध के इसकी माँ ने।